assalamu alaikum, good morning, khushamdeed, ji aya nu, goeiemorgen.
Bakhair agale, ni hao, chuna shumme, washmale, Ohio Gonzaimes, guten morgen, hola, bonjour, privyet, kaifa hal, halish shama chatore, ahlan wasalan, marhaba, buna, mucho, gracias, swabiab, and a very amazing good morning to all of those people who are actually watching PTV World and World this morning in 46 different countries. Ladies and gentlemen, the name is Shazad Khan, and with me I have Shiza Hashmi. Hello Shiza, how are you today?
I'm absolutely great. How are you?
I feel great. I think I feel energized today. And
like always.
Yeah, well, you know, as a matter of fact, I think that the thing is that as soon as I see that red light right on top of my camera and it says live, so I think that you have to bring out all of the energy you have within
That's
your own
true.
self
Absolutely.
because we want you people to start your day with a lot of energy, with a lot of positive vibes, and with a lot of good health.
Absolutely, and you know, that is something that I think about as well, because when the duty that we have as a presenter or as an anchor, I feel like whenever the red light that goes on, we have to spread happiness. That is why we are here. Either we're here to inform you, you know, to entertain you, to spread happiness, and to share our heart out with you, and that is what we're doing today as well. So Shazad, I have something to share with you,
Go
and
ahead.
also a question for you.
Go ahead.
So, you know, I think we do fall, both of us fall under this bracket, the generation between 1985 to 95.
Yes, exactly.
We were the balanced ones, and I feel like the most lucky ones. I'll tell you how. Because
Go
this
ahead.
was sort of, you know, a connection between the industrial era and the internet era.
Yeah.
So we have seen the best of both worlds. I mean, growing up, we definitely had the real family values or the traditions that we went through. You know, we went
That's all
out
we
to
had
play.
then.
And
Yeah.
that's true. Like, we had proper friends. We used to hang out with our cousins, whatnot. You know, went out and played so many things in Pakistan. But of pani and whatnot, you know, so many other things. But the Gen Z,
Coco.
as we know, yes.
Yeah.
But the Gen Z, as we know it, I'm sorry to say this, I do feel a little bad for them, because the only thing that they have unfortunately been exposed to is their gadget.
Exactly.
Right? So I absolutely forgot my question, but this was what I was going to
Yeah,
discuss
and
with
I
you.
think that you're very correct on this as well, Shiza. I mean, let me take you back in time where there were days when we actually used to make friendship bands for our friends.
Oh, yes.
You know, have them over to our place, you know, birthday party, everybody's going to come. You know, things like that on different occasions. You know, God forbid if an elderly has died, you know, the entire family is going to get together. The kids are going to come and play, wedding ceremonies, whatnot. And then in summer vacations, especially, even though the summer vacations are over and the kids might feel a little nostalgic about it. So in summer vacations, you know, you're actually going to your dada's place, you know, or probably your cousins are coming over to your place. You stay together, you know, you play together, and you have that particular bond, which is not breakable at all. And even
Shazad,
till
it wasn't a competition wherever you went for the summer vacation. I think it was literally all about spending quality time wherever it would
Exactly.
be, or with whomever.
Yeah, and at that particular point of time, I think the only competition was who scored how many straight A's in A levels or O levels. I think that was the only competition back then, or probably FSC or metric, the type of generation we're talking about. Even though that you've said that we were the blessed ones, but I think that I would love to oppose this, and it's because of the fact that from the perspective you're coming, or from the narrative you're trying to develop over here, I believe in that partially. But other than that, I think that our generations are actually facing a lot of problem, and it's because of the fact that we are confused. And with the advent of technology, we do not even know the you know, how to use the technology properly. We do use it, and everybody's doing it. But the Generation Z you were talking about, they know the nitties and gritties of technology, and they know what to do and what to look for.
Yeah, I do agree with you in terms of, you know, knowledge that you're talking about, of how the technology is advancing. Yes, Gen Z is definitely ahead of us. But there are so many other things that we cannot overlook when we're talking about this technology advancement. I mean, look at the mental health. I mean, this is something so generic. Everybody else says, phone rakh do, mental health kharab hogi, blah, blah, blah. But this is so true as well. I cannot name a single person who uses their social media without being affected by it. I mean, I'm pretty sure, Shazad, you can agree as well. I will too, because you come across pictures of someone, post that they share, they've been to certain places throughout the year, and then you're like, you know, it's a good thing for them, but I wish I had gone to, let's say, the Swiss Alps or even the north of Pakistan, or, you know, things like that. And you're like, oh, I wish I had that dog. You're always looking for something that you don't have, and always overlooking what you've been blessed with.
Well, thank you very much for making that point. And Shiza, that's very correct. And I think that pretty much we are very guilty of that too as well. And we are sorry. I mean, we shouldn't even be sorry, because I think that it's part of our business. It's show business anyways, and we really need to let people know the kind of lifestyles we enjoy. And it won't be incorrect to say that we've actually taken a lot of celebrities in Pakistan have taken inspiration from a lot of celebrities from the West. And you know, everybody wants to live the same lifestyle. But recently, you know, there was a video which actually came out, and it was about 50 Cent, that all those cars and all that blingy rings he was wearing, actually used to ask them from other people, and he used to show them in his videos so that people would think about him that he's really a celebrity. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, other than social media and other than what people are doing in their lives, I think it is having a very negative impact on other people who actually want to enjoy the same lifestyle but are unable to, because they're unable to realize that they have a different purpose in life, whereas people who are actually on television have a different purpose.
Absolutely. So here's the thing, since we are so conflicted between seeing these things on our phones, on our social media, and actually, you know, seeing the real lives of the people, I think we are sort of, I don't know, it's a blurred lines between reality and fakeness.
Exactly.
I don't know if fakeness is a word.
Which is why, ladies and gentlemen, today we are actually going to clear our screens. It's not going to be blur anymore, because we've got an expert over here who's got a grip on that. And today the topic we've picked up on is social media's impact on our mental health. And ladies and gentlemen, to talk about this particular topic, we've actually been joined by Dr. Khurram Sadiq. He's a consultant psychiatrist, mental health, homeless team, Manchester. Hello, assalamu alaikum. How are you?
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for joining us. It's wonderful to have you in the first place. And you've heard what me and Shiza were talking about.
Yeah, but before we do start talking about social media, I really have to take a moment out and appreciate what you are doing for the homeless people. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, when you know, look at people who don't have really homes, living in the streets and where not, the first thing that comes to your mind is, oh, they need money. But we never stop to think for a while that there are definitely some physical and mental issues that the person can be going through.
Exactly. So yeah, thank you very much for being, for taking our time and joining us for the show. And whatever you're doing is a very noble thing.
Absolutely.
But we're going to stick to the topic.
Yeah.
So what particular mental health issues can any individual have just because of the fact that he uses or he is available on social media?
I think we have to start from the very start. I was listening to your conversation about Generation Z and Generation Y.
Or millennials.
You're millennials. You're talking about the Generation Z. I'm Generation X.
Okay.
I partially agree with you that you are blessed, but I think I have seen the transition massively, because I come from the era where PTV was only from 6 o'clock, 11 o'clock. Started with the Quranic ayat and then ended with Farman-e-Ilahi, and then we had to have 8 to 9 drama time.
Right.
And that was monitored a lot. And it struck me how generational differences between the X, Ys, and Zs. Recently, I was cleaning up my study, and 2 of my nephews, they're 5 and 3, they were helping me out. And all of a sudden, they came across a stack of my video recordings. And they just were amazed and said, "Mama, what is this?" I said, "This is something that we record videos on." I said, "I can't see anything." Started looking at that. Said, "You can hear things as well." And put it across the area, and they could not hear anything. And then I realized the difference, the transition that the world has gone through over the past 3 decades.
Right, it's been fast.
It's been very fast, especially for the past decade or so. It's been massive. And it's very difficult to have a catch-up. Now, when I started talking about social media and mental health, I was always very amazed. Mental health is my bread and butter. I love doing it. It is my job, and I take pleasure in doing it because not many people are doing it. Not many people have the tendency to listen to the stories, sob stories, day in and day out, absorb it, ventilate it, and then help people out. And social media is something that I was hooked on. I'm still is. I'm a social addict. Social media addict.
Okay.
I'm hooked onto cyber technology, but I have found ways to balance it now.
Right.
My first experience of what I experienced, went to a seminar. It was done by Dr. Mary Aiken, who is an author of a book called Cyber Effect. And she works with FBI, CIA. She became a cyber forensic psychologist. And when she was talking about the screen time, and at that time we didn't have the iPhone apps, the kind of in-house apps that they have in order to track the screening time. And she suggested something called Moment. And the first time, it was called The Moment.
The Moment.
The Moment. And when I went onto it and I tracked my screen time, I was shocked. I was spending 10 hours. Because what we do nowadays, People say it's a phase. It's not a phase. Television was a phase. VCR was a phase. This is a phase that we carry with ourselves. We have got our banks, we have got our work, we have got our personal lives, we have got our movies, entertainment, everything. If you get locked with your phone in a room and you have got a charger and you have got a Wi-Fi connection, you can stay there for the rest of your lives.
That's true. That's true. Absolutely. There's literally no other need.
No other need, exactly. You're connected, you have got cyber friends, probably whom you have never met. That is fine.
But my question stays, what kind of mental issues are we talking about over
We're
here?
talking about depression, we're talking about social isolation, we're talking about lack of social skills.
Social anxiety.
Social anxiety, massive, because once you stop going out and once you stop meeting people, and if you tried probably 10 days later, 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, a month later, you'll feel anxious. Or the moment you go out, you feel that people are judging you.
Yeah.
People are looking at you. People are smiling at you. People probably know something about you. I have seen psychotic breakdowns. I have seen bipolar breakdown because of that. Really emergency situation. Children are the worst affected population at this moment in time.
Right, of course.
What we do not realize is brain is very malleable. It is, when the person is born, it's kind of a mush with 3 trillion cells or something like that. But the amazing thing is there are no connections between the cells. As you go along, based on the experience and what you're exposed to, brain makes different sorts of connections.
Right.
So,
Yes, please go on.
yeah, please.
Okay, so I have a question. So when you're talking about, of course, we do realize that definitely are some mental disorders or diseases related to this. But a lot of people have also adopted and accepted happily faking it on the Instagram. You know, there's a phrase they call it, like, do it for the gram.
No,
So
they say you
literally-
fake it till you make it.
No,
Yeah.
but I don't understand this. So if you put up a picture in a certain dress, you cannot wear the dress again because a lot of people have already seen the photo. I mean, this is normal life. I mean, this is normal for a person to do. And in terms of talking about, faking it, I happen to know a couple. Unfortunately, they're not doing good with each other. But their social media is all about couple goals, #love, #best marriage ever. Why is that? Why is there a certain need to fake it?
Because
Because you cannot do it otherwise. Oh,
No, listen,
I had
of
a
course
fight
you
with
really,
my wife early
listen,
in
you
the
really
morning.
don't have to go out and write, of course, we
Yeah.
were fighting, we had this, we had that. Don't just fake it. Don't write anything about it.
Yeah.
Why do we have this need to express?
I think
more often than
we are living in this fallacy that we can achieve utopia. Utopia is a perfect world where everything is perfect.
Right.
When it all started with being photoshopped, and now there are different what do you
Apps.
call it, apps, so that enhance your photographs, make it more beautiful. What we're telling the world, because if you put your normal photograph, your day to day, you won't get any likes or you won't get any comments on it. Likes works like a medicine, like a drug. It enhances a certain substance called dopamine in your brain. The more likes you get, the more happy you feel at the end of the day.
Boosts your self-esteem.
The more
Boosts you-
accepted
yeah,
you feel.
the more accepted you feel. But what is so negative about it, that you cannot show yourself as you are, because what you're showing the world is, if you're in your perfect state, we will love you, we will like you, we'll appreciate you. But if you're not accepted.
Okay,
This
okay,
is-
so
what I
what
was
if you're
coming to.
actually showing or sharing
Yep.
the actual you? Then what?
Is anyone really doing that?
Then what? I think I'm doing it.
Okay.
Like, pretty much everything's open on my social media. Yeah. You've gone through it.
No, of course. I mean, it's open, that's something else. But Shazad, really, to be honest, I mean, when we are even putting a
Yeah.
post up, we really have to go around making a story. But coming back to what you were saying, when you mentioned of using some beauty apps and whatnot, you said the apps make you beautiful. Now, you've labeled it beautiful, which certainly means that subconsciously we have put a standard to it. Even if we don't want to be a part of, probably belittling someone or making someone feel bad about themselves, we are a part of that circle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you very rightly, or let's say, not even right, you did mention beautiful. You yourself have put your beauty standards to it. So without, it's serious,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So without those apps and without any of that editing,
Absolutely.
where are we going? There's no room for, let's say, something natural, because to be honest, perfection doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Exactly, and that's the fallacy that we're living in, and we are not accepting anything less than perfect. That's the thing, especially on social media.
Right.
I went onto a conference and I put some photograph, because again, when I came here, the first thing I did was I checked in BTV World. This is my first interview with yourselves. And I will be expecting a few likes.
Yeah.
Definitely. So, basically coming back to it, to that conference where I put my photographs and everybody was commenting about, wow, you've got a brilliant life, you're traveling around the world, you're talking about a subject that you love, you're passionate about. But what they didn't realize was the journeys that I was making, the airports, the empty rooms, the empty hotel rooms, the struggle I had to do in order to get halal food sometimes in places where, exactly. So most of us who travel, so they don't see the journeys because we do not show them the journeys because we feel that that's the boring element. The exciting element is the outcome.
Yeah, and thank you very much for saying that. And ladies and gentlemen, I think that Dr. Sabir has actually made a point, and half of the time this is what people are doing. So you know, when we see somebody that he's rich and famous, that's the time that we start following that particular human being. But you miss out on the entire journey. I mean, if there are people who actually talk about Bill Gates or other people or Mark Zuckerberg, you don't know about their journeys. There are films made on their journeys and how difficult time they actually went through. So I think that it is very important while analyzing to know what they came from and what their origin is and the kind of struggles they actually have to go through. But very quickly, when we talk about social media, and you know, you said, you know, there's isolation, there's anxiety, there's depression. What are the solutions to it? Because it is the need of the hour. Everybody has to use it. How do we control it so that it does not disturb our mental health?
I think the first thing is, again, I would come to children first because I cannot stress on the fact more that the brain is very sensitive. It's malleable. The kind of brains that we are creating people who have got personality difficulties, personality gaps. At the end of the day, either we'll be creating psychopaths or robots. Because so I think the important thing is detach to reattach. I think you have to detach yourself from the technology. You have to strike a balance, because I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. It's how we use it that makes it good or bad. So I was talking to you before the program that there are certain good apps with regards to supporting mental health, your self-esteem, self-help, anxiety, depression, psychological therapy. So we have to strike a balance. So detach to reattach, not to the devices, but to human beings. Human interaction is the key. Human interaction is what makes us social animals. This frontal part of the brain is what makes us different from animals. Imagine if we lose it in the next 30, 40, 50 years, we'll be worse than animals.
No, that's true. And you know what, we really do sometimes forget it, because when you're looking at human interaction, this is one of the integral things a human is programmed to do. I mean, there is no survival without real human communication or interaction.
Compassion.
Yeah, absolutely. One more thing before, you know, we were talking, Shahzad and I, before the show, Shahzad very rightly said that when you're talking about, you know, following celebrities on the Instagram or following influential people, and you're like, oh, I wish I had that life. You strive to get all those things, but you really forget that both of you are in different shoes. You really do have to stick to your situation and work something around that. It's easier for your mental health, of course, and then easier for your generations to come. I mean, you're literally not blindly running after a trend that can't even be yours.
Exactly, which is why, you know, the solution you gave is definitely a perfect solution, but it's not a viable one.
No, it is a viable one. People have done it.
No, people have done it, but you know, the majority cannot do it, and we need to come up with solutions over here on television, which majority of the people can actually apply onto themselves by just listening to it.
And I will guide you through it.
Sure, go ahead.
I was telling Shahzad that South Korea had one of the worst cyber technology issues, addiction. They went through a phase where everybody was hooked onto the cyber technology. What they did was they banned it in private public places, just like cigarette, just like alcohol, just like drugs. In schools as well, they took 1 million of their children to boot camp to detox them of cyber technology. That was done on a national scale, on a massive scale.
1 million.
1 million in a year. That's a mouthful.
That's an emergency situation.
Exactly, that's an emergency situation. What we need to do is, with the kids, we have got apps. We can control it. We can install those apps on their devices. We can control their timings. So all of a sudden, at a certain hour, by controlling it through your device, their screen will go very basic.
Okay.
All the other apps will completely disappear, and they'll be left with very few basic apps.
Okay.
The other thing is role modeling. If you're
Practice
telling our
what you
children
preach, yeah.
to stay away from these or to strike a balance, we have to strike a balance ourselves first.
Yes, most definitely.
There are certain timings, for example, having dinner, lunches, where you should not be allowed any devices on the table. I think the rule should be, if you walk into the living room, there should be a basket where everybody should put their phone down with a label and should not contract it back for another hour or so. So things like that will help. No devices an hour before going to sleep. Something like that. Very practical aspects of it, but it has to be forced upon us.
No, definitely, I do agree with that. And you know, there was a time when my elder sister Tabir and I were growing up. My mother used to have like a certain time towards the end of the day, let's say 9:30 or 10, after which we were not allowed to even touch our cell phones, right?
Yeah.
But with my younger siblings, my mama is so cool about it. There is no curfew anymore.
Exactly, because things have changed. But thank you very much, sir, for being with us. It was wonderful to have you. And thank you very much for letting us know that how social media and mobile phone screens are actually harming our mental health.
Yes,
So please,
absolutely.
ladies and gentlemen, for everybody who's out there, I think that it is our social responsibility while being on television to let people know of all of those menaces which still exist within the society. And the sole reason that I'm actually labeling it as a menace is because of the fact that it has damaged a lot of people's mental health.
Right, just two things. I mean, strike the balance, because of course there's no getting rid of this thing. It is going to stay with you in the future to come. So strike a balance and just know what is the difference between reality and something you see in the gram.
Exactly, that's what it is. It's very basic. But right now we'll actually have to go for a short break, because when you guys will come back, we have actually requested one of our friends
It's exciting.
to be
yes.
in conversation with two of our other friends as well, and they're going to talk about Pak-China friendship as well. So with that, we are going to head out towards a short break. Don't go anywhere, because when you guys will come back, Fahim Bangash is actually going to join us.
Stay
Let's do
tuned.
that.
Good morning.
Welcome to our special segment on PTV World. My name's Fahim Bangash. Now, we know that as far as Pakistan and China are concerned, they have been very good friends since a very long time. And China, as we always call it, is our time-tested friend. Now, and we also know that the Belt and Road Initiative, ever since that has started, the students from Pakistan have been going to China on a very regular basis, and the amount of students in China has also increased manyfold as far as the distance between 2012 and 19 is concerned. There used to be about 9,000 students in 2012, and now they have reached about 30,000. That's a rough figure that I'm quoting. Now, talking about students, two of students from China have come to Pakistan, along with their teacher, of course. And they've come here because Pakistan has done a lot as far as opening avenues and gates of Pakistan is concerned. Pakistan has done a lot as far as tourism is concerned. And talking about tourism, of course, these students have come here all the way from China to explore Pakistan. And of course, we have to tell the world what Pakistan is all about. We have to tell the world what Pakistanis are all about. And we're definitely going to ask these students about their experiences and the purpose of their visit, that they've come all the way from China to Pakistan. Let me introduce you to them. First of all, I'd like to introduce their professor, their teacher, Dr. Wang Shan, She has come here. She's the associate professor and teaching at Xi'an Polytechnic University of the city of Xi'an. Welcome to our segment.
Thank you, बहुत शुक्रिया.
Oh, that's lovely. Now, the first student that is here today, that is Miss Tiangjin Shi. Welcome, Miss Shi.
Thank you.
And the second student that we have here is Mr. Jason Song. Welcome.
Hello.
Lovely. It's lovely to have all three of you here. Now, first of all, I'd like to ask you, what is the exact purpose that brought you from China to Pakistan?
来的就是目的是什么？
我们来拍一个纪录片，有关于巴基斯坦犍陀罗艺术。
They are here to shoot a documentary about Gandhara culture of Pakistan.
Yeah. The Gandhara culture of Pakistan. And you people have been here in Islamabad for, as far as I know, like 3 days, I think.
来了3天了。
是的。
Yeah. So which places have you visited so far?
你都去了哪些地方
我们去了塔克西拉博物馆，
？Taxila Museum,
然后达马拉吉卡。
Damarajika.
All right.
yeah.
All right. So, Jason, have you shot anything so far?
Yes. 我有拍很多视频和片段，还有一些航拍的画面。
Yeah, he has already shot a lot of good scenes with both camera and drones.
With camera and drones.
Drones,
All
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
All right. So Islamabad and which other cities are in the pipeline for future projects and future filming?
那你接下来还会去哪些城市
我们会去到拉合尔，
？Lahore.
Lahore.
Yeah, they will go to Lahore.
So this trip is for how many days again?
整个行程多少天
7天。
？7 days altogether.
7 days altogether.
Yeah.
All right. So you've been here since like 3 days. How has the experience been so far as people are concerned, as far as the hospitality of the people is concerned?
来了几天了，感觉怎么样？人民怎么样？对你们友好吗？这些
特别友好。
？Yeah, so friendly Pakistani people to us.
Have you also tried any of the foods of Pakistan?
Yes.
吃了白伞饭。
吃了。
Yeah.
Do you remember any names?
记得一些名字吗？大餐的名字。Actually,
I won't blame you if you don't remember.
It's okay.
Just
Yeah.
asking.
I took them to Monal.
You did?
The first day when we arrived, I drove all the way to Monal, and it was beautiful seeing there.
It was a beautiful
and also we had barbecue, cheese naan, plain naan,
Oh.
and some mango lassi there. That was great.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, because I told them now is the mango season, so we should try the mango.
Oh, absolutely. And
Yeah.
they say Pakistan has the most aromatic mangoes. You can never get them anywhere else.
Yeah, the best.
Yeah.
Absolutely the best.
Now, we also know that Pakistan and China, they have combined historic values. What made you go for the Gandhara civilization? Why is Gandhara civilization so important to you?
就因为中巴两国有这个共同的历史嘛，然后你们为什么想到就是要拍这个犍陀罗的这个文明和艺术？
因为中国和巴基斯坦开始交往，就是在犍陀罗时期，“一带一路”从那个时候就已经开始有了。我们的友谊是从那个时候开始就建立起来。
Yeah, because actually the friendship or the link between China and Pakistan started from the Gandhara period. So if we can also say that Belt and Road actually started from the Gandhara period, and so that's the reason which made us come all the way from China to Pakistan to film the Gandhara culture, the authentic Gandhara culture here.
Authentic, because it started off from here. That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Yes. And so far, you filmed in Taxila and you filmed where else?
Damalajika site.
All
It's
right,
like
all right.
2 kilometers from Taxila.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And so how long is this documentary going to be?
这个纪录片你们计划多长？
30分钟。
30分钟。
对。
Half an hour, 30 minutes.
All right. Are you also going to film about the food and the cultures of Pakistan, or is it just going to be focused on the Gandhara civilization?
你还会就是拍关于巴基斯坦的食物文化吗？还是说
会拍到
只是犍陀罗？
会拍到人文。
Of course, the humanity, the culture, and the food will also be included.
That will also be included.
Yeah,
Lovely,
yeah.
lovely. So, which is one thing, if I may ask, which is one thing that you so far have liked the most about Pakistan?
那么到目前为止，你最喜欢的巴基斯坦的哪一方面是哪一方面？
我比较喜欢当地的人文风情。
They really like the humanity, the culture here, yeah, and the lifestyle. Yeah.
The lifestyle.
Yes.
Do you think that's more laid back or easier than that in China? Or do you think it's more attractive to some people who've come from China? How do you rate it overall?
那我就说你们也喜欢巴基斯坦的人文风情、生活方式这些的，然后
对
呢，就是跟中国相比的话，有哪些就是吸引你们的地方？
他们都很开心，都很快乐。
Oh, because they're saying that people look so happy here. Yeah, you know, because in China we work a lot. We work overtime, and people are so busy. We don't relax enough. Yeah. So,
Right.
Yeah.
So, well, here people have a lot of time.
Not necessarily. I can see your media people. You're really hardworking. Yeah.
No, but you see, overall, if you see, there are some elements of the professions which are very busy, yet there
Yeah.
are some which are very laid back.
That's
so,
true.
Yeah, but overall, if you see, yes, Pakistan is working towards it. Pakistan is working towards becoming a busy nation.
Yeah.
Yes, as we see, Prime Minister Imran Khan is doing a lot in that case as
Yeah.
far as poverty alleviation is concerned,
Yeah.
as far as
Yeah.
development of Pakistan is concerned, because we have seen in China how China has developed. We've seen how the economy has become so stable. We've seen all the practices that have been that are being done in China so as to develop the people mentally, physically, and in every way, basically. So,
Yeah.
my next question is going to be. Are you planning on also going to Karachi? Because when we talk about Islamabad and Lahore, we also talk about we talk about three main cities of Pakistan.
Exactly.
We talk about Islamabad, Lahore, and Karachi because all three cities have three different cultures. So, of course, if you want to try and experience another culture, you would definitely like to go to Karachi. Why are you missing that?
那就是
A whole new documentary can be made on Karachi.
听懂了吧？为什么不去卡拉奇？就是因为一般说到巴基斯坦都会说到这个，拉合尔、伊斯兰堡和卡拉奇这三个城市。
对，
主要是
卡拉奇还是一个是时间原因，
行程所限，
Yeah, it's
我
just
们很想
because
去的，其实。
你都可以说我们想把卡拉奇留在下一次来的时候还有
they
一些
will
惊
leave
喜。
Karachi for the next time. They want to give themselves a reason to come back.
Oh, that's lovely. That's lovely. That's lovely indeed. Now, also in Lahore, which particular areas are you guys planning to go? Because as far as Lahore is concerned, it has very rich culture.
Exactly.
It has very rich history. And do you even have a guide to go in Lahore? Because when you know something, you have to have somebody to tell you things about Lahore because it's ancient, it's wonderful, it's magical.
Yeah. 就是在拉合尔的话，因为它的那个文化历史背景非常的丰富，然后你们有没有导游来给你们讲？因为这个如果没人讲的话，很多它的优秀的地方就体现不出来。
那我们提前会做了一些功课，然后有了解一些，然后去了当地会用简单的英语会交流。
Yeah. Actually, they have done some reading before they came on those. You know, there are so many travel guidance
Of course,
books.
of
Yeah,
course.
they have been reading a lot. Yeah, and also we have also arranged a guide for them. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's lovely.
And myself, I've been to Lahore several times. I know that you also have the city sightseeing bus, the double-deck bus.
Oh, yes,
Like the
exactly.
Western countries have.
Yes.
I've been trying that. And it was also very nice, and it has a panorama of the Lahore's history. Yeah.
Have you also been to the walled city of Lahore?
Yeah,
The ancient
yeah, the
walled
ancient
city.
town of Lahore.
They must. Would you be accompanying them in Lahore?
No, I will. Unfortunately, I'll go back to China tomorrow. So
Alright,
yeah,
alright.
but I've been highly recommending those good places in Lahore, like even Wagah border.
Even Wagah.
Yeah,
Yes.
it looks like
a
a
sight
drama.
worth
Yeah.
watching. Yes,
yeah.
definitely. So, basically, what degree program are you guys doing?
你们现在是什么就是学历程度的这个学习？
硕士
master degree。
Master's degree.
Master
and
degree.
master's in?
你的硕士专业是
广播电视。
radio and TV editing.
Radio and TV editing.
Yeah.
So where did this interest in the historic things come from then?
那为什么会对这个历史感兴趣呢？这个 Actually, it's part of the requirements for their graduation. For their graduation, they have to present a work, a fully made video, either documentary or feature. Yeah.
All right,
So it's
all right.
part of their graduation process. Yeah.
So let me also ask you, why Pakistan?
为什么选择巴基斯坦呢？
还是就是因为巴基斯坦，因为从很早的时候就知道中巴友谊这个关系非常好，以前就对巴基斯坦感兴趣，刚好现在要拍一个纪录片，然后借着这个要拍纪录片，然后就来了解一下巴基斯坦当地的文化。
Yeah, because the friendship between Pakistan and China has been known, very well known among the general public in China. So they want to come and try by themselves. Yeah.
So the general perception about Pakistan in China is good.
Yeah, we all know like Bhatia, that means Iron Brothers, Iron Pakistan. So everybody in China knows this term. Yeah.
That's so lovely. That's so lovely. Because it's always good to know that you spoken of in another country in very good words. That really, sets the spirit on another level. That okay, fine.
Yeah.
That's a very nice thing to know. Because that also happens in Turkey. Whenever we meet Turkish people, they also say that Turkey and Pakistan are very close friends, and Pakistan is very highly respected in Turkey as well. Obviously. Now, we also know that in the beginning, I also mentioned that a lot of students, they go to China for studying. What exactly, how are the Pakistani students being facilitated in China?
I think I should be
Yes.
answering this question because I know more information. There is one university in my city which is very close to ours.
Xi'an.
Xi'an, yeah. Xi'an Jiaotong University. They have over 800 Pakistani students there. So it's a large Pakistani community. And our local government also support Pakistani students to establish their own business after graduation. So basically, we encourage foreigners to start up business in China, and Pakistani communities are also treated equally as the other nations. I know one friend who just graduated from Xi'an Jiaotong University. He already established his own consultancy company in one of our economic development zone in my city. So he seems to be doing very well, has good business now.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
That's good to know, of
Yeah.
course. Because some of my friends that I know have gone to China to do their doctorate degrees, their PhDs.
Yeah.
China is offering good education, you're right, and then the business opportunities. Well, we also know that Pakistan is also offering very good business opportunities to the foreigners now that Prime Minister Imran Khan has come. Do you people also take interest in politics?
你们对政治感兴趣吗？
A little, 一点点。
A little.
A little bit. You know, we're Chinese. We're mostly interested in business rather than politics. Yeah.
And that's actually a good thing. That's actually a good thing. It's it's a matter of personal choice, and B, focusing on your own development, focusing on business, your own or somebody else's, or helping somebody out, or being a shareholder somewhere. Why not? It's a great opportunity. Yes.
Yeah.
Have you any Pakistani friends?
有巴基斯坦朋友吗？
有了一个是吧？
有了一个，昨天呢，跟我们一起的那个司机，
He
司
just
机
got
朋友
one, and the driver who accompanied them to Taxila and Damarjika, he was very, very helpful and efficient. He helped them a lot. Yeah.
Okay.
He actually fought for their interests. I was really touched. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
It's good to know, and I'm touched by
Yeah.
listening to that. Yes. No, definitely. It's a very good thing that you people have come here, that you people have made that effort of leaving your comfort zone and coming to another country and making this documentary, because what we are on the path of development, Pakistan is on the path of development, Pakistan's economy is on the path of development.
Yeah.
What we want right now is that the soft image of the country should be projected in other countries as well, because we are trying we have fought a long war against terrorism. I'm sure you must be knowing that.
Yeah, I know.
So it's now high time that we should be projecting that image, and you people are doing wonders in that regard. I'm sure you people will shoot excellent documentary, and I'm sure you'll get help from all the people, as many people as possible, because Pakistanis are very helpful to all the foreigners. You will get help where you want help, that I assure you, because it's not as bad a country as it's projected on the foreign media. As we see, Pakistan is a changed Pakistan. Pakistan is a new Pakistan. And I wish you guys the best of luck in all your future endeavors, especially in this beautiful documentary that you guys have been making.
Yeah.
And well, I would officially say welcome to Pakistan, and I hope you enjoy your stay here. Thank you very much, all three of you, for being here in our special segment. Miss Wang Shan,
Thank you.
Miss Tianjin Shi,
Thank you.
and Jason Song.
Yes.
Thank you all for coming in here, for taking our time, for waiting since the studio wasn't available.
It's okay.
And
Thank you for having
really
us.
appreciate
Yeah.
that. I really appreciate
Yeah.
that. So enjoy and have a very happy trip. Well, viewers, such endeavors, such efforts from the foreign students, such efforts from people from other countries have to be appreciated in its true letter and spirit. And I think this is a wonderful thing that they're doing, because right now what we need is a good projection of our country, because Pakistan is a Naya Pakistan now. Pakistan is a new Pakistan now. And that should be told to everyone around the world, not just China, not just Afghanistan, not just the neighboring countries, but all over the world. This message has to be spread. This message has to be told. Long live Pakistan.